Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to World of Warcraft, and today we're going to obviously just carry on and do our auctions here. Before I start, a few people have been asking me what the mod is that I use for doing the auctioneer stuff. It's this one here, it's just called Auctioneer. You can see it there, it's just got the loading stuff, there's Enchantrix. There's a few bits in with it. I get it through, well, it used to be Curse. I think you still get it through Curse, you download that. But it's now the Twitch app that goes on to your PC, and it's done through Twitch, where it then updates and you can install the mods for a few different games in that, and World of Warcraft is one of them. And it comes up and it will automatically install the mods for you, and then you don't have to worry about it. So one of them is Auctioneer. I've got the full Auctioneer suite. And then there's also Postal, which is the one that does this, which adds all of this stuff up. Now, there's a few other bits in there as well, but that's the basics of it, is Postal and Auctioneer. So if we just take a look down through here, you can also see that I've got all of this information underneath them. Prospects into class, consumables, metal and stone, buy from vendor, sell to vendor, stacks and lots of 200, blah, blah, blah. All the way down through various different bits. That is the information for the one up here. I think it's Enchantrix. I think it has to do with Enchantrix. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but yeah, you've got that in there as well. So we've got all of this stuff here that has been returned to us, which is what you'd expect when you've got loads of stuff listed on the auction house. You do expect to have a whole load of stuff listed. So we'll just get this, and then we'll wait the 30 seconds for the next lot, and we'll get that. And that's the bit that will have our money. For anything that we've sold, that's where it's going to be. But I don't see... Oh, actually, did we have any of the blue items on here? I don't know. We'll see what we've sold in a minute. Okay, that time I spent so long talking about it that the 30-second timer expired before it finished emptying the bags, and so then it automatically reloaded it again, and so I closed it and then opened it so that it doesn't automatically take the whole lot. So here we go, this is the successful ones. We've got a green that we sold, and we got some tin ore, gold thorn, we got a couple lots, goblin jumper cables, we sold that one. A moss agate, some tin ore again, one aquamarine, and the buzzard wing. So we didn't sell a huge amount, but we have sold some stuff. So it's always good to sell some stuff. Sometimes you won't sell very much. Sometimes you'll have 99% of your stuff returned to you, and it's a disappointing sale day. Other times you will sell absolutely loads of it. The market is a fickle creature, and it can never be relied upon to regularly supply you stuff. However, we still got 635 gold. Now, 635 gold on our scale now is reasonable. It's reasonable. It's not absolutely fabulous. It's not amazing, but it is reasonable. And you've got to sort of remember that it does change with time. You know, what used to be mind-blowing is now below average, and 600 gold for us is definitely in the realms of below average. So we're going to look for moss agates first, and we're going to buy up every single one of them on the realm, because we sell for 50 gold a piece, and we have no intention of allowing all of these to go underpriced. I mean, look at them. Look at all this money that we can make. So there's a load of cash that we can make on there. Now, we got 33 of these. We're going to have a whole load more of them. We list a whole lot, and we may sell none, like we've done this time. I think actually no, we sold one. We may end up selling 30 of them, and then that is a huge chunk of money. So we look on the tin ore, and we've got several of them listed for under a gold. So we're going to buy every single piece of tin ore that is listed for less than 1 gold. We're going to do the same with the copper ore. We're going to go and take a look in there. Right, copper ore is very expensive at the moment. We may even up our price a little bit just to match that. I mean, we were asking 1 gold 50, and this is 6 gold. To be honest, I don't think it's worth it. I'm looking at it now, I'm thinking, no, it's not really worth that. We could do that, we could upgrade our money, but I really don't think it's worth trying to sort of cash in on that just for a couple of items. It's better just kind of stick with what we got. It's because the amount of time that you spend altering your price, so you tweak and you tweak and you tweak till you reach the optimal price to be able to buy it and sell and make the maximum amount of profit. So you do regularly find items below your buy value, and you regularly sell the items for the value that you list at. If you suddenly find them have gone up, you can alter, but then you've got to spend quite a while sort of tweaking it back down again once the price levels off. And it can result in lost sales, and it can also result in lost cash. So unless it's like an unusually expensive one, this is only like I mean, what are we looking at here? We're looking at maybe, I mean, if we listed now for 6 gold 50, it's an extra 5 gold a piece, right? So we're looking at 100 gold. 100 gold's okay, but that's only if we actually sell it. And the chance of actually selling it at that price are slim to none. I really don't think we would actually sell them. I don't think the sales would make. These are overpriced for us, so we're not going to be buying them. We're going to check the silver ore a minute. And, ooh, right, so we've got 2 gold 50 there for silver ore. Now, these here are all 11 gold. That's really pushing borderline. I mean, we sell our silver ore for 20 gold a piece. Now, we did have like 200 of them. So, this is an expensive investment. I don't like the idea of spending more than 10 gold a piece on them, but we can still make some cash, right? We will still make some. Plus, if we're removing the cheaper stuff, it does mean, and we're going to do that one as well. That really, I mean, 17 gold 50 would be the absolute maximum we'd want to go to. We wouldn't really want to unless we had to. If there was lots listed for this price, I wouldn't buy them. But because there's only 2, I am going to buy them because now mine will be the cheapest on the realm. Until somebody else comes along, mine are now going to be the cheapest. And that is significant. That's something that's worth remembering at all times. Sometimes it's worth losing a little bit of cash on 1 or 2 items in order that you've then got the cheapest ones on the realm. Don't fall into the trap, though, of always doing that, because it can result in you spending more money than you really should be. Now, I decided to venture into linen cloth. Now, these are 75 silver a piece, and linen cloth, you're never going to make a huge amount. 1 gold 20. We didn't sell any last time. But we've got a whole load here. They're stacks of 50 at 75 silver a piece. And it may pay off, it may not, I don't really know. But I'm going to buy out absolutely every single one of them. I'm just going to reload this. So we've got all of these here. I'm going to buy the whole lot, every single one of them. And then we can get them all relisted. As you can see, my bags are now absolutely full. And I've decided to venture out into something else as well. I've just gone and bought a whole load of linen, and I've spent a lot of money on that, as well as on everything else that we've got. So we're down below 1,000. I've spent a fortune today, and now I'm suddenly buying up a whole load more stuff. I'm buying up all this arcane dust. Am I mad? Possibly, possibly not. I used to sell this arcane dust for about 5 times this price, so I'm going to adjust my prices ever so slightly. I've actually, I think I've run out of money. Have I run out? I can't buy it out. I have actually run out of money. I've bought everything on here, which is a bit of a shame because I wanted to buy all of it and not just some of it. But yes, I have now run out of cash. So I'm gonna, oh actually I just need to relist I'll list all of this linen. If I list all the linen cloth. But yes, arcane dust used to sell for 12 gold 50 a piece. So, I'm going to bring the price down a little bit. We're going to go to about 9 gold 50. But I am hoping that we can make a decent bit of cash on that. Oh, and we now have 3,240 linen cloth. And I'm going to put them in stacks of 200. We're going to sell them in full. So, there's just 16 stacks. And we post all those. That's 3,840 gold for linen cloth if it sells. Now, this is always the thing. It's always a risk. Whenever you are buying and selling, doing a lot of trading, it is always a risk. Okay, it's 100% risk. There is never anything certain in trading, and that is one of the things that I like about it. There is this risk, there's this rush, the sort of buzz. So I've just gone and spent all my money on a load of arcane dust, and we've got a little bit of other bits. We've got some other bits and pieces as well. Is this going to pay off? I really don't know. This moment in time right now, I don't know, and I got to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. I've just blown 3,500 gold on all of this stuff, mostly on linen cloth and arcane dust. I've gone and blown all of this money on it. Is it going to pay off? Are we going to reap this cash back, or are we going to really, really regret this decision? There's one more thing of linen cloth that I'm just going to list there. And we're going to go to this arcane dust. We've got 424 of them. So I'm going to take it off of 12 gold. 12 gold does seem a little bit high at the moment, considering all the other prices. There are some there for 13 gold. I would like to have been able to buy the rest of it. I really would. But we don't have the cash for that, so that's not going to be an option. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for a medium range price. And we're going to see if we can do this. So I'm going to go for this one. And it's going to go for 950. I was thinking at 850, but I think we'll push this a little bit and we'll go for 950. I'm going to put them in stacks of 50 altogether. And I'm going to list that. That is 3,800 gold for the arcane dust. Plus we had another 3,000 odd, it's like 3,800 for the, actually I think it's close to 4 grand with the last one for the linen cloth. So we've got a lot of stuff listed. We do have. I mean, we got these 8 lots of 50 right there. And 9 gold 50 a piece. It doesn't actually tell you the whole stack. It doesn't tell you everything that you've got. But we've got 17 lots of 200 at 1 gold 20 a piece. So we do have that. It just doesn't tell us the total amount of money that we could potentially make from it. So I will just look through the other stuff and I'll tell you if there's anything of interest. Right, we have everything listed. We've got 100 gold left. We're 103. And this is all of our auctions. We've got loads and loads of stuff listed here. All of those moss agates there are close to 1,000 gold. The arcane dust is 3.5 grand. Linen cloth is close to 4 grand. We've got an absolute fortune in materials. We don't have very much money of our own, which is not an ideal situation. I usually like at this stage I would want to have a buffer of 1,000 gold if possible, but I figured that the arcane dust was worth a shot because of the amount of money that I have been selling it for in the past. So my personal experience on this realm, dealing with this particular marketplace, says to me that it might be worth a shot. However, we do have to bear in mind that with the massive leveling changes, that could have changed the value of a lot of things. Personally, I'm thinking it will have gone the other way, and that things are going to be more valuable because it's going to be more difficult to come by some of this stuff. However, I don't know if it's going to play out like that, so we'll have to wait and see. But let's get over to Desolus, and we'll carry on with our main character. Right then, here we go. It should be our very final episode here in Desolus today. So we're just going to go back to our collections. We're going to go into our pet journal right here, and we're going to find one final insect-like. Look at all of these pets that I don't have. I've only got 437. Sen has got loads of them. She plays this game quite a bit. I don't play anywhere near as much as she does. I'm just trying to find something that I think would be suitable to go for our final episode here. What would fit this area the most? What would fit well? I mean, we're going to go for a scorpion again. We're going to go for another type of scorpion, and this time it is the scorpling. So we're going to take the scorpling like that. So we've had the mechanical one, we had another scorpion as well, and now we got the mechanical one that will fit our scorpion, amber scorpion that we have been riding around on. Although, yes, last time we did have the lovebird because it, you know, Halloween and all. Seemed appropriate, so we're going to just have the lovebird here for a second. We got Moradine Maulers to slay, we got Lobstrock Tails and Brendel's Satchel to deal with, and those are all over there, over that side. We're going to fly to Thargad's camp, and we're going to go from there over to, now where is the, oh, flight trainer's over here. We're going to, flight trainer, not the flight trainer. We are going to go, is somebody there waving to me? I don't know who you are, person, but I'm going to wave back. Hi, how you doing? Right, Thargad's camp. We're going over to Thargad's camp over here, and we are going to go and deal with these lobsters. Well, lobstrocks, but they're lobsters. They're lobsters. We'll call a spade a spade, a fish, whatever you want to call it. A lobster is a lobster. And we got Moradine Maulers to go and get, and those are over here in this area that we haven't uncovered yet. That's also the location for the dungeon here in Desolus, which is, you know, I can't actually remember the name of it at the moment. Let's go and take a look. The Adventurer's Guide, Group Finder. It's under Group Finder. If you look here, you've got you've got specifics. I want to go random class dungeon. We're not going to do that. Specific dungeons right here. Ragefire Chasms. It's not that. It's not Wailing. It's Maraudon. I think, yeah, it's Maraudon, because it is such a huge one. They've actually divided it up into 3 for this. It was a massive dungeon. Well, it is a massive dungeon, and back in the day, back many years ago, you did the whole thing all at once. It takes a long time to run all the way through, and the annoying thing about it is you can't run on your mounts most of the time. I think there is a few places you can mount up. Most of it you can't, though. So it's running, and it's just really tedious to get all the way through it. It really is. Anyway, those days are done. We are not worrying about that today either, because we are not actually going to be doing anything with them. We're not going to be doing dungeons, at least not anytime soon. So here we have some giant lobsters. So we're going to collect up some of these giant lobsters. Come here, lobster person. And you, every time I hear the name lobsters, I am immediately reminded of an old episode of Friends, where Phoebe is looking at them to people, and I think it's Ross and Rachel actually, and she's just putting her claws together, going, she's their she's your lobster, or so. I can't remember exactly which way when it goes, but yeah, Phoebe Buffet talking about people being lobsters. It always amuses me. That always amuses me. That does. Right, we got all of those dead lobsters, and we got one lobstrock tail. Now down there is a horde dwelling, so we can't go too close to that, but we do need to go a little bit closer so that we can basically just uncover it, because I do want to get the explorer for Desolus. You know, we've been here, we at least want to do that. As for last week, where you wanted me to go next? Did you want me to go somewhere here, somewhere nearby? You know, because I did say that I'd quite like to go to Feralas, because I really like it there. And also possibly Thousand Needles. But a lot of people, when I said that I really do like it over here, no, not South Shore, Western Plaguelands and then Eastern Plaguelands, a lot of people said that you also really, really love it there in the Plaguelands, and it's something that you really want to see. So, Plaguelands it is. I'm going to go, after this, we are going to go back home to Stormwind. That is our next location, Stormwind. We will deal with our engineering. We'll take all these materials that we have accumulated, and we will try and level up our engineering as far as we can. And then, once we've done that, we're going to go to the Plaguelands. We're going to do both of them, Western and Eastern Plaguelands. We're going to work through all of the quest chains there. It's going to be epic. It's going to be great fun. And for a lot of us, it's going to be reliving the glory days back when we all used to play World of Warcraft far more than we do now. Some of you watching don't play it at all anymore. Some of you watching just play it casually. But for those of you who are now my regular viewers on this series, it would seem that none of us play as much as we used to anymore. All of us have now sort of moved on from Warcraft, and it's kind of it's something that we did do. It's something that we all really did do a huge amount a few years ago, but we no longer do because of various different circumstances, and also because the game we've kind of outgrown the game. I don't play anywhere near as much as I used to because I have outgrown the game. I played this game until I was absolutely sick of it, and you know, eventually, if you do that enough times, you know, then you take a break and you come back, you play it till you get sick of it. It doesn't take quite as long to get sick of it the second time around, does it? Did that a few times, and eventually you do get a little bit fed up with the game as a whole. And I do have, I think it's just this. It's just slash played. Total time played 22 hours 35 minutes. Oh, it doesn't give the account. I thought it gave the account time for slash played. However, it doesn't give account time for slash played. Right, how do we get the... Oh, there. Who's that? Who are you? Brendel, I need you. Mr. Brendel. Aha. Sneaky. Very, very sneaky. We need to take you down. Yeah, the total time that I've played is utterly obscene. It's like we're talking years. And yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to be playing a game that much again, at least not any time in the next few years. Mainly because I spend so much time recording episodes for YouTube, and my time is divided up between so many different games. So literally, it's not physically possible for me to spend that kind of time dedicated to just a single game anymore. But yes, it is going to be absolutely glorious to go back to the Plaguelands. I know that it's a different storyline here now, and I have done some of that storyline. I think I've actually played through both sides of the Plaguelands. I just went back there with my original because I loved it so much. Every character I've leveled up to high level, I've gone to the Plaguelands with, and so I have done it in since the Cataclysm, when all the quests were changed around and it was the level was rebalanced and everything. I've gone back there and I have done that. And I'm thinking that it's going to be really cool to go there again and revisit some of it, because I did tend to rush through it, I think, the last time that I played, so I didn't really read into it. I know that there is a very cool story in the Western Plaguelands that involves Dark, I think it's the Dark, a knight from, who actually turns up in Northrend, and, what's her name? Sylvanas Windrunner, she's in that as well. Now, look at all of these guys here. I'm now tagged for PvP. Why have I got Honourable Medallion? How did I even get that? What is it? Removes all... Oh, you've got to engage in PvP to be able to do it. But yeah, I went over there, and I engaged in PvP, so they've attacked me. I'm now PvP active, so if any Horde characters turn up, they can come along and they can attack me, which is... It's not great. I need to go further up. I actually want to get their village, and I want to uncover that village without dying, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think I cannot get in there. This is what all I wanted to do is get past this lot, but they're quite low level, so I may be able to just run in. Keep going. Keep going. Shadow Prey... There we go. Discovered Shadow Prey Village. That's what I wanted. I just wanted to discover the village. I'll leave now. I'm leaving! Stop attacking me. That's all I needed. I just wanted to uncover the village. If I can run away from them, and hopefully avoid any Horde characters as well. Yes, I'm absolutely right. Yes, we've uncovered that. I've got one area there and one area there to uncover, and I think then that is going to be it. We will be done with exploring this whole we can do this. If you go here, you press Y for your achievements, and then you go down to exploration there, and you can see here that I've actually done this all on my account. We want to go to... It's not easy. It's Kalimdor and Desolus right there. Now, this is the ones that I've done. So we've got the Valley of the Spears, we've got Shadowbreak Ravine, and we've got Shock Thokar. Are the three that we've got left here. Now, we've done everything up round there, so I think 2 of those is in that bit there, and 1 of them is over here, or the other way around. But yeah, we haven't got much left. What I do want is a couple more of these lobsters. Well, maybe just 1. If we can just get this 1 lobster here. What is that? Oh, that's removes all movement impairing effects. That's the PvP thing. When you're into PvP, that is a really important thing, and you'd use it a lot. I'm not into PvP. I've never been into PvP to any great extent. Well, I say that. I did used to do the battlegrounds an awful lot with my main character at one stage. I used to really quite enjoy doing those, but that was many years ago, and I had an Affliction Warlock then, my main Warlock here, Frithgar, and I had an Affliction spec, and what I would do is I would go into Alterac Valley. I used to love Alterac Valley, 40v40, and you just kind of, I would go behind a wall. I wouldn't I was useless at one-on-one. Absolutely suck at one-on-one in PvP, right? I could never do it. If I went one-on-one, it was always going to end badly for me. But what I would do is go behind the line, and you get with a group of people, and you let the warriors, the paladins, the rogues take the front line and tank, and then the healers stay back, and I would stay back as well, and I would put my dots, my damage over time spells, on all of the people in front of me. I would just keep throwing them out all over the place, and I could cast them really, really quickly. And you'd start throwing out all these dots all over people, and you'd do this to a lot of different people all in front of you while they're being attacked by the warriors and so on in the group. And all of this damage over time spells, they would accumulate in damage, and so you're helping your front line. They're helping you because the people aren't coming for you; they're going for the warriors at the back. And overall, it was absolutely fantastic. It was awesome, amazingly fun, and you just keep doing this. You just keep going, adding more and more damage, and keep fighting, and the warriors at front, and then eventually one army would win over the other army, and one of them would start retreating. And it was always such a glorious feeling as you push forward, and eventually you have them all trapped in their spawn point, and you just sit there and you keep slaughtering them until the game was over. It was so much fun. It really was. It was absolutely brilliant. Obviously, sometimes it would go the other way, and then you'd be the ones trapped in your spawn point, still trying to do damage. It didn't matter which way the game went, because I was the Affliction Warlock there, and I had... What's going on here? What is that? Okay, I have no idea what that thing is. I'm going to ignore it for a minute. I'm going to get this. Because I was the Affliction Warlock, and I was able to do that, I would have some high damage. And invariably, I would either be at the very top of the list for all 80 people for damage, or I would be in the top 5. And the only other people that would top me would be other Affliction Warlocks. It was very, very rare that anybody that wasn't an Affliction Warlock at that time would be at the top of the list. It was just so much fun. It was awesome. And it was such a feeling of power. It really was. You discover the location of Khan Shadow's daughter Kara. She's being held behind the doors to Maraudon. The rescue attempt is certainly risky, but if you seek the Gelkis clan's cooperation, you must free the Khan's daughter. You are to find Kara somewhere behind the doors to Maraudon. Accept. Right, that is a single-player quest where I think you just go into the front bit and deal with it there, and then you can a little bit later on. I think it advances, or it then tells you that you've got to go in a bit further. I can't quite remember how it happens, but this one here, it just goes to the start. It just goes to the front gates of Maraudon. It doesn't actually go all the way in. So we'll take that guy out there. I don't think this one actually counts as one of the Moradine Maulers. I think we've got to do those outside. Let's just get rid of that guy. Yeah, he's not a Mauler. Is that one there? Ah, that one might be. We've got ghostly raiders here. I don't like having these ghosts. We'll see. Put you down and take you down as well. There's a priest. Have I got... Oh no, I'm out of PvP now. I was suddenly very worried that this person in front of me was going to PvP me to death. And, yeah, I didn't like that idea. It was an unpleasant sensation, the feeling that this might happen. We just got to wander down here a second and try and find that, question mark. Ooh, cursed centaur, but he's rare. And a rare means that he's going to drop a decent piece of loot. Or he should, in theory, drop a decent piece of loot. So we'll see. Are you going to drop anything good? Please drop something good. I really want something good. I want a new toy. What do you got? No. Nothing particularly great. Here we go. There she is. There is our quarry. There she is. Let's go and speak to you. Right. Is it safe for me to leave, human? Yes, it should be. Kara, listen to you explain recent events. I agree with the words of Kolkar Khan. Time for ancient grudges is over. It is a shame that it has taken a demonic crisis to unite the tribes. I shall return to my father and convince him to join your cause. You have my word that he will comply. Return to Khan Lepra and inform him that Gelkis will be ready when called upon. Okay. So we've done that one. Ideal. And what do we got over here? Now this. The Moradine have raided the Gelkis camps for many years, stealing anything they get their hands on. One of their favourite torments is to take these relics of power from the Gelkis, which the Gelkis hold sacred, and bring them here to be defiled. The Gelkis clan would be certainly grateful if you were to find and destroy these defiled artifacts. Okay. And we've got to find and destroy... Oh, it's just one. We've got to find... It'll be back out here. That down there is the entrance to Moradine. We don't actually want to go in there. Alright, out here we've got to find 10 of these Moradines, and we've got to dispatch them so that they do what we want. So we just come up here, and we'll take on these two here to start with. We can get a few more, and then we need to go back... Well, actually, first we need to go back to the dwarfs. And then once we've dealt with the dwarfs, we can then go back and deal with the other Gelkis thing. I suspect we got one more bit to, like, conclude this little storyline that we're working on. And then, that'll be it. We'll all be done. Right. That is... Oh, we've got to actually find Maulers. It's specifically Maulers that we've got to do. Right, what's this? Where is that one got to be? One of the... Find and destroy... Find 6 defiled relics. Well, where am I supposed to find them? It doesn't even have a count on it. This concerns me that it doesn't have a count, right? If that's the stopper, so I've got to get specifically marauders for this. Oh, there's one. There's one down there. It looks like I've got to go and pick them up. Like this. Defiled relic. I got to pick them up, and then when I've got 6 of them, then I can destroy them. Right, there's a wind chaser. There is a mauler over there, so I do specifically have to go for maulers, which means I've probably got to kill the wind chasers so that I can get the other ones to spawn, which is not great. I don't really want to have to do it like that, but beggars can't be choosers. Sometimes we've got to do it like this. A little bit unfortunate. The maulers are the ones that you'd think would be the fiercest of the warriors, but apparently they're not. Apparently they are cowards. And they're not interested in joining noble battle with a holy paladin. Let's go over here and see if there's anybody else. We also want to check out for any of these relics that might turn up. I see no relics. I see nothing here. Right, alright, let's go for a wander. There's plenty more land up round the top. Right, what do we got here? We've got a wind chaser, a wind chaser, a wind chaser. There is one mauler up there. This is ridiculous. We got one single mauler, and he's not even in line of sight. I need you to be in line of sight. If you could just come round into line of sight, that would be most appreciative. Well, I would be most appreciative. It would be most appreciated is what I meant to say. So let's just go to there and then take those. I might actually just stun you so that you stop throwing those nasty bolts at me, because I think they're going to end up being bad for my health. So if I do that, and then I do that as well, take care of you, and then you as well. There is 2 more down. Excellent. We'll just hit that one. Give ourselves a little bit of healthy juice. And we're also going to sit down and eat that. Well, it doesn't really do a great deal. Not at our level. We no longer is like hugely beneficial. Which is why we kind of need to level up our cooking as well. Because you do get some really good benefits from cooking later on. The buffs that you get. It's actually quite beneficial to really like work on that as you level up. So we'll have to come back to that, I think. But first of all, let's go and take out this one. We've got one mauler in here. He's going to be easy to do. And we've got another relic in there that we can grab hold of. Just wallop him with our shield a few times. And job done. Nice and easy. Right, so we're going to grab that one there. You done? There we go. How many have we got? I think we got 3. Yes, we have 3. Another one over there. That's a wind chaser. There's a mauler over there, so I'm just going to take out that wind chaser anyway so that I can join the wind chaser. Join the mauler over there. He can join us in noble combat. You over here, though. I'll interrupt you. And then just going to gently tap you with my shield a few times and hope that's going to put you off of killing me. Sort of put him off killing me. He decided to run away, but then he was a little bit too slow in it. 2 more maulers there. We'll go and grab them. I will throw a judgment on each of them, and they will both come running. We put the consecration down on the ground, and then we use our main shield, and then I just start slowly working away, plug in one of them. So I'm going to turn around and throw the shield at that guy over there so that he comes back. And then this one here, we're going to stun him into place like that, and then we're going to beat him to death with our shield. The shield seems to do a lot of damage with the paladin. It seems to be the most effective weapon. You can hit at them with your mace or whatever else it is that you're carrying, but ultimately the shield is the one that does the real damage. I'll grab this a minute, and I'm going to have a drink, and then we can carry on. We're surrounded by wind chasers. I'm going to take that one out, but I don't think I need to take out any others for a second. We should be alright. If I grab them, like that. Go on, a little bit more. A little bit more. Right, he's down. Hopefully the other one won't get aggroed. It's definitely different. Now that we've got this balance of the low levels, now that everything is like around our level, it's definitely a better balance to the game. It is more of a challenge, and we do actually have to consider our direction and consider our moves. We don't just run along blindly attacking absolutely everything, because we can actually be killed. I've noticed my health has been dropping at times in fights. And this is actually really, really cool. It's absolutely brilliant that we do have to carefully consider what's going on. Yes, I have seen that quest there. I'm just looking around to see if there's anything else. There's a wind chaser in here that we want to get rid of a minute. And then I want to get that relic there, which we can do finish that quest off. Right, get rid of you. And we got 3 silver from that one. So then if I come over here and I get this guy. Defiled relics. So I've got all 6 of those. So now I just use them and it destroys them all. And that quest is finished. Destruction of those defiled relics will ease the minds of the Kelkis and will strengthen their resolve. You have done well, my child. You have done well. So let's go and see what this quest is out here. See what this person is, or who this person is. Who are you? Melissa. I'd say Melissa. Melissa Brimbuzzle. An interesting name. Get me out of here. I came up to the Valley of Spears to talk to the Moradines. I thought I could do a little business with them. But they don't want to talk. I think they want to eat me. Get me out of here and my brother Hordies will pay you big. He's at our camp next to the Kodo graveyard to the east. Let's hurry, Grundorn. Not 2 minutes ago I heard some centaurs talking about getting wood for their cookpot. Escort, Melissa Brimbuzzle. I'm not a fan of escort quests. Never been particularly fond of escort quests. They are kind of notorious at times. Never really enjoyed them. It's just something that I find irritating. Mostly it's frustration because you get so for this iron. I'm going to leave the iron. We'll have to escort Melissa. Mostly, it's pure 100% frustration, because you get the escort quest, it's almost finished, and then something turns up and it kills the person you're escorting, and you've got to restart the whole quest. And it really irritates me. Sometimes you can do this several times over, but they won't hurry up. It's like, look, you're in a really, really dangerous place, okay? Your life is at stake. You think you could hurry the pace along just a teensy little bit? And I mean, I'm not asking a lot. I'm just asking you to try to have a little bit more self-preservation than a sheep, right? A sheep. I'm a farmer, okay? Yeah, we know this. Or I used to be, anyway. A sheep's main aim in life is to die. That is literally a sheep's main aim in life. They do things and they just die. That's all they seem to want to do. A sheep will go into a bramble bush and it will just sit there without question, and it will starve to death unless you go near it in order to free it. If you go near it, it will then... Now what? Oh, great. Where's she gone? Oh, she's gone out of the... I think it went to a different phase. Did we phase out or what? Okay, I really have no idea what happened there. I'm pretty sure it just phased. And this is what happens. Sometimes the phasing thing kicks in with an escort quest, and then it all goes horribly wrong with that as well. I was supposed to be killing those maulers. I had 2 left to do, and then that would have been it. And it went wrong. No, there's nothing else there. She's down this way. You know what? She's irritated me. She's absolutely irritated me. I'm going to try... Where is... Oh, it's over here. What do we got here? Silver. An actual silver vein. Right, we got a scout there that is getting a little bit lively with his bow, so we're just going to do that. I don't know where she is. She's probably dead. I'm going to leave the quest. I know that it's cold and heartless of me, leaving a poor damsel in distress, but, yeah, well, she's a goblin. She deserved it. They're on the wrong side. They're horde. They're a horde. Do you not realize what I'm telling you here? This is... Scout. Okay, I'm going to ignore him as well. I'm going to hope that I can run past him. Who are you? You're a wrangler. You're no good either. And you keep running. Keep running. Keep ignoring them. Keep running. Keep pretending that nothing is happening. I don't have something chewing on my back right here. Nothing happening. Nothing at all. Just ignore it. Nothing at all. Nothing going on. Okay. Right, I got one scout there. And where is she? She's probably not there, because that is where escorts from Eliza Brimbuzzle. I'm going to take you, Mr. Mauler, and I'm going to get you. I don't really know how it happened. I definitely think that we phased. We went into a different phase, and I don't think she followed me. I think she was supposed to, but she didn't. She chose to ignore the phase thing, and this is how she's potentially met her untimely demise. Let's go to here, to this bit. Let's see if she turns up. Are you here? I definitely noticed a change. Something different happened. I definitely noticed it. It kind of went brighter just then, and I'm not really sure why. I'm genuinely confused right now as to where she is and what's happened with this quest. Right. Eliza Brimbuzzle, where are you? It doesn't say that it's failed. It's marking it right here as the completion spot. We're going to head back in. Hang on a minute. Look at that. We're changing in... Yes, it's phasing. Definitely, when I move in and out of this circle, it's changing a phase. And I wonder if I need to go and kill one more Moradine Mauler and do it that way. Maybe it's something to do with that. If I finish that quest first, I may be able to do this. She might be around here somewhere. On the other hand, she might not be. She might have just completely vanished. So we'll go and get one more Mauler, and then we will see. Otherwise, she's unfortunately she's not going to make it. We've got a Wrangler. We got Scouts. I don't want Scouts. I don't want Wranglers. I wonder if I can get between the two of them. I'm probably going to aggro both of them. There is a Mauler. I have found the final Mauler. He is right in there, and I'm going to go in here with him. We're going to have a little chat in the tent. There you go. If I go there, I think I'm out of sight of the spellcaster, which is going to make it a bit easier for me. Right, he's down. And we got the thunder there. If I... Did I don't think I actually interrupted him. Not properly. Right, he's out as well. Right, that's done. Here we go. As you slaughter their enemy, the Gelkis clan cannot help but to acknowledge your prowess. Okay. I think I'm pretty awesome. It would appear. There's nothing else really that I need to do, and it would appear that that whole escort quest is now dead and gone. So we're going to ignore the escort quest. I'm not going to bother with that one. I don't think that's going to be a full quest line. I wonder why it did it. It does seem really, really bizarre that it would do that. Right, so Kera wants me to speak with Khan Lepra, and we had that escort quest. I'm going to go back to that point, and if she's not there at the finish point, then we're just going to abandon the quest and we're not going to worry about it, because I do want to get a move on. It's time to move on from Desolus. We've explored this, we've done the desert thing, we've done all of this. It's been great fun, but I think it's time to go. There's no sign of her here. It's all bright again where we are out here. So if I go to that one, I go to abandon. Yes. Right. Why weren't they in there? They suddenly turned up. Not really sure. Right, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to head back over this way and get those two. Once we turn those in, then we can go and speak to Khan Lepra, which is in the last area of the map that we haven't yet explored. We got that bit there. If we go back onto here, there's two bits. We got Shadowbreak Ravine and Shock Thokar. And I think Shadowbreak Ravine is... No, it's not that one. Is it? Valley of Bones. I think it's actually here, this road. I think it's actually right down there. Shadowbreak Ravine. If I'm not mistaken. I can't see that it would be anywhere unless it's up there. Unless it's like two areas over here. We'll see. We're definitely going to explore the whole area before we leave. Here are the dwarfs. We've got everything that they could possibly want. Well, Paladin, did you find a cretin? I did. There you go. Fargad rummages through his satchel and pulls out a curious object. Well now, this is odd. It's a hollow Kodo horn with some sort of potion inside. Ooh, that's definitely not any kind of healthy elixir. This mess is meant for one thing. Killing. How about you run it back up to Karnam and see if there's anything he can do with it?
See you soon.
Okay, we'll see what he can do with it. And you wanted some lobstrock, didn't you? There you go. Were you able to collect some lobstrock tails, human? I did. I got you lobster tails. You are going to be living in luxury. All these will do nicely. Thargad will be so surprised.
See you soon.
Okay, they are going to now live in the lap of luxury. We want to go... Well, we got one over there, we got one over there, but I also want to just check down there to see if that is an area that we still need to explore. And then I think we'll probably fly back over there. We'll see. I'm going to run down this way first, just to check if that ravine over there is the one that we want to go to. Now then, is this the one that we were after or no? We'll soon find out. Just going to go up a little bit higher, a little bit further, just onto the very edge of Feralas, and then we should find out. Is it going to come up? Is it going to say discovered? Desolus? It's not going to do it. This is not the one that we were after. It's just going to change over to Feralas right now. No. That's disappointing. It is genuinely disappointing. There you go. Feralas, Ruins of Ravenwind. I don't want that. See? Oh, no. There. There we go. See? That's the new bit that we've just uncovered, but I didn't actually want that at all. This is not the location that I needed to uncover, so it's... I'm assuming that both of them are over... Oh, it may be up there, actually. We'll see. We've got to get over there now, anyway. See, I know the fastest way to go there is we will use the Hearthstone. If we hearth back, we are running close to having to finish up now. I think we've got time to turn in a few of these quests, and we can sort of see what we can do. So we've come back here. We've got Kara wants to speak with Khan Lepra. Take the mysterious concoction to Karnam at Karnam's Glade. So we've got this one here for Karnam. We're going to speak to him. We're going to take our Witherhide Cliff Stomper here. This thing is a monstrous great big creature. Stamping up through. Okay, that's really not what we'd want to do that. We'll take our Scorpion this time. We'll impress the Druid with our control of our Scorpion. Karnam examines concoction. Yes, Paladin, not only do I know what this is, I know just how you should use it. I recognize this foul creation. It is a terrible disease that kills almost instantly and in a most violent manner. Loath as I am to employ such devices, I fear we have no choice here. As of course you know, the Naga remain a serious threat to the region. The time has come for us to drive them back into the sea. When you are ready, Grimfeather will take you to the crevasse where they are preparing a violent assault. Use a concoction on the Naga and their allies to make Desolus safe. We need to kill 10 Slitherblade invaders, 10 Slitherblade sirens, and 3 giants. I accept. So we need to go to Grimfeather over here. I don't know if I get rid of the scorpion. We want to jump on here. I suspect this is one of those ones where throw concoction and return to Carnum's Grove. This is just one of those ones where when you get to the right place, you just start lobbing the concoction from the back of the flying mount, and it kills everything down below. I quite enjoy these quests. I always quite like these. These are good. You can often kill many, many hundreds of creatures with them without actually meaning to. Right, it's down here that we want to be. There we go. Now we can do it. So you just start chucking the stuff down onto the ground like that. We do need... It's good if you can try and get like a couple of them at once. And do that. I don't know if the stuff does... There's a giant. Where's there a giant? I haven't seen any giants yet. We've killed a few. I don't know if it works underwater or not, but we've got quite a lot of them here, all above the water. So we got them. I can chuck that down there. Is it going to get 2 of them? It does. Takes 2 at once, so we can take that one over there. It's always better if you can try and kill multiple targets at once. Just makes your job a little bit easier. Grab those. And it's the giants over here. We did come over here, and we did actually kill some giants. We fought our way through in order to get to a chest that was down there, if you remember. That was actually a few episodes ago now. But it did work. It was successful, and I quite enjoyed doing that. So maybe we'll be able to do that again sometime. That one over there. There's another giant up there. How many giants have we got? We got 2 giants. Now, I don't know if it's is it the sirens? Right, we've got to kill the paler ones now. We've just got to get a few more of them. Get that one. There's 2 over there that we can get. Siren over there. Another siren there. And that's it. We're done. Right, so then if we just press this one, we then fly home. He rises up out of the... He'll start running a track. He'll start flying just a track back and forth so that you basically you can do it as often as you like. You can go as long as you like until such time as you finished it. So, and then once you're done, he comes out of that track and he'll go onto a new track and then flies back home. It's quite a simple... I think it's fairly simple to code such a thing in. And we will see this type of quest turn up several times over the course of our adventures. There we go. Right, Garnham, we have gone and thrown a concoction around. Your deeds continue to impress me, Grundorn. Please accept this gift on behalf of the Cenarian Circle. Okay, now we've picked up a shoulder guard's protection. That is no good to us. We've got a anchor hold buckler, which is +4 versatility, but nothing else. Well, if it's adding on versatility onto what we've already got, we'll take that one. That one there is +5 crit, but it loses everything else, so we're not going to do that. And then, right, what else? Oh, this one up here, the Marshweaver's wrist guards. Now, that is a big improvement all round, so we'll grab that one. Excellent. Now, that's to be sold down there. That is to be sold. This stuff here is to be sold. Well, not that one. And then that one is bind on equip. That one is to be sent to the merchant. Okay, we're all good. We're all good to go. So our next port of call is over there. And there's no actual flight point there. So we need to travel. We need to go on foot. Just wondering if maybe we should do this next week. I'm thinking that would be the... conclude Desolate next week. Then travel back to Stormwind. Deal with engineering stuff. And then that would be it. And we've also got, yeah, so there's just the final arc of the story down there. I mean, if you look here, you go to this one, you go to quests, go to Kalimdor, and then we go down here and we look at Desolate. I haven't actually completed. It's Uniting the Tribes. Just that final one there. I've never completed this on Frithgar. There's a lot of these over in Kalimdor that I haven't ever completed on Frithgar, mainly because they didn't add those achievements in until much later on. So I had done some of them. So yes, we will finish. I know that I did originally say that we were going to do this only like 10 minutes ago, but now I've changed my mind. I do that from time to time. Let's send the Jade over. We'll send that one over to be sold. Those 3 can be sent to sold, and that'll do, I think. We won't send any more. So that is going to Shadora. We've got 300 gold here. Tempting as it is, I'm not going to send any of our cash over to her. She's got enough. She's got thousands and thousands, although it's currently tied up in goods. If you enjoyed this episode, then please hit down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.